Last week, I was able to interview Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson. He was, you know, a full bird colonel who was the deputy, the assistant to General Colin Powell. When Colin Powell was Secretary of State, the Assistant Secretary of State was Lawrence Wilkerson. And, of course, you know, these were the guys who helped lead us into the war in Iraq. And Colonel Wilkerson clearly regrets that. And I think his boss does too. And here's just, I just asked, I thought, what the hell, I'll ask him, you know, what he thinks about all this stuff that Dick Cheney is saying. And then I'm going to tell you about Hillary Clinton. But this is Lawrence Wilkerson. You can find the video for this over at youtube.com/thebigpictureRT. It's our, there's a link to it off our homepage at thomhartmann.com. And it's just a little 2-minute clip. It's from the end of my interview. The entire interview with Lawrence Wilkerson is on there too. But a lot of it was about the Iran deal. But this part was his thoughts on Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney was on CNN the other night talking about the Iraq war. Check out what he had to say.
Any regrets about going into Iraq?
No, it was the right thing to do then. I believed it then, and I believe it now.
No apologies?
No apologies.
Your thoughts on this?
Dick Cheney should go away. Dick Cheney has become a profane, an obscene blemish on the American reputation. Dick Cheney in 1998, as CEO of Halliburton, for example, said dramatically that sanctions don't work. He wanted the sanctions on Iran lifted. He wanted to do business with Iran. Now, all of a sudden, Dick Cheney is not just for sanctions. He's for discarding the Iran agreement and essentially going back to sanctions, even more draconian sanctions. Dick Cheney is, in a word, an idiot.
Yeah, well, and I thought in '99 that Halliburton was even doing backdoor deals with
Probably
with
so.
Iran.
Probably so, under Dick Cheney's CEO-ship.
Yeah, yeah. You seem quite emphatic about that.
I'm as emphatic about that as anything that confronts and challenges and damages this country today. I wish Dick Cheney and his daughter Liz would go away. I realize that we have a Constitution and a Bill of Rights, and it says they have a right to do whatever they want to, but I'm frankly concerned because Dick Cheney ought to be in jail for war crimes. And if he were, and if accountability were really achieved in this country, we wouldn't have to listen to him except through prison bars.
Wow. Do you think that your old boss, Colin Powell, has similar feelings? Or
I won't speak for General Powell. He's a lot more calm and equitable.
Do you think others like you who were in the administration who knew these characters feel this way?
I know there's some. I know there's some at the CIA even who are very angry that no accountability has been achieved over the issue of torture, and that we are still frosting over, color coding, Kool-Aiding, whatever, these reports that are coming out about what the CIA did and didn't do.
Amazing stuff. Colonel, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson speaking about Dick Cheney. I wish he'd just go away. He should be in jail. If he's going to talk to us, it should be through jail bars. And if you'd seen the video, the look on his face was just astonishing. I mean, just pure, whew. I mean, you know, these. Can you imagine feeling responsible for the deaths of 4,000 Americans and hundreds of thousands of Iraqis? Can you imagine?